All right, so for this chapter, we're going to be working with decimals. So we're going to look first at identifying, then at adding, and then at subtracting. And so we kind of got to become familiar with how decimals work. So when I look at this first number here, I see 5.476, or 5 and 476 thousandth, tenth, hundredth, thousandth. The last digit is what says what this is. So 5 and 476 thousandths. So it's important to remember that on either side of the decimal, so to the left you'd have ones, that would be this first digit. The next one would be tens, that would be the second digit to the left. And then hundreds, so hundreds would be the third digit. And then as you keep going, you've got thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and it would keep going like that. When you move to the right, you don't start with ones, you start with tenths. That's the first digit to the right of the decimal. To the right of that, you now have hundredths, so 100, THS, hundredths. Then to the right of that, you have thousandths. And then it would keep going. You'd have tenths, hundredths, thousands. You'd have 10,000s, 100,000s. And it would just keep going like that. So when they say round each decimal to the place indicated, you're going to look at this number and it's going to tell you the place to look at. So it's telling you the hundredths place. So look right here. Now, when you look right here, you're going to look to the number to the right. If it's 4 or less, then this will stay the same and everything to the right will turn to 0. If it's 5 or more, it will go up 1 and everything to the right will turn to 0. Everything to the left always stays the same. So when you're rounding to a specific place value, everything to the left stays the same. So I would end up with 5.4 something because everything to the left of the place we're rounding to stays the same. So 5.4 would stay the same. If this number is 4 or smaller, it stays the same. If it's more than 5, it goes up 1. So this is larger than 5 or more, right? So this turns into 8, and everything to the right turns to 0. Okay, so that's the rules for the rules for rounding numbers are find the place, find the place. Okay, that's the first thing. Everything to the left. Everything to the left stays the same. And then if it's 1 to 4, it stays. If it's 5 through 9, it goes up 1. Goes up 1. Only 1. Okay, and then everything to the right goes to 0. Okay, so everything to the right of that will turn to 0. That's why this turned into a 0. So we need to identify the place that they want. So this is tenths, this is hundredths. So it's this number right here. We identify that number. Everything to the left stays the same. So I could just write down 983.6. Now, if it's 1 to 4, it stays the same. It's 1 to 4. So it stays 2. And now everything to the right turns to 0. Okay. Last one, ones place. Okay, so everything to the left would stay the same. 2, 8. When I look at the number to the right, okay. Oh, this was wrong. This was wrong. When I'm rounding, oh, Mr. Ellis made a mistake. When you're rounding this 2, you're looking at the number to the right to determine if it goes up or not. So 2 doesn't go up, but because this is a 5, this will go up. So this is 0.30. This one would be 0.80 because this was bigger than, this was 5 through 9. So this makes the 7 go up 1. So for this 8, I look at the 6. If 6 is 5 through 9, then it makes the 8 go up. So this would be 29.0. Okay, I'm going to do one more just because I kind of confused you. Let's look at the tenths place here, because that's what it says to look at, is tenths. Then I look to the number to the right. If it's 1 through 4, it stays the same. If it's 5 through 9, it goes up 1. So this will go up 1. Everything to the left stays the same. This goes up 1, and everything to the right turns to 0. All right, so you're going to finish the rest of these to 13. Ready, set, go.